Welcome, welcome! It's my dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And what I intended to do with this particular video that I'm doing right now for you guys is to show how you can go from like 5,000 aUEC up to, I don't know, like 1,000,000. I'm just using 1,000,000 as a number, a goal. So this is my account that I started with just an Aurora MR starter ship off of a referral. So I started with 5,000 credits. By the way, you can check out my referral in the description of the video if you want to use that to get into the game. Yeah, so my whole goal is to show fairly easy ways to make the money. Now, this character in particular started with only a pistol and his Aurora. So the fastest way I found, or the easiest way I found to start accumulating some wealth and some items and gear, was to start doing a lot of these clear out Station Korea or the clear out cave missions, bounty hunting missions. You could do some flight bounty hunting missions, but they are a little difficult in Aurora. They can be, especially when you get higher up in the bounties. So you might, you know, take that part with a grain of salt. But if you can find the FPS bounties, those are worth a good amount of credits. This one's worth 21,000. The cave ones are usually worth 25,000. And if you want to do the 890 jump missions, those are each going to be worth like 40-something thousand credits. So there are ample opportunities to build up your funds fairly quickly here. So as you can see, I come in here with my pistol, and I'm already taking down a couple of opponents. That one's hiding behind a box up there. I'm going to pick up their weapons and start using them. Now, on this character, I have accumulated a wealth of weapons, which I think I told you in yesterday's video. I have like 60 guns each of the P4s, Ravagers. I've got, you know, a couple of dozen anyways, custodians, quite a few Devastator shotguns. So I picked up quite a few different weapons doing these missions over and over and over again. But I'm also accumulating wealth doing this. The armor I'm wearing right now, the med pins, the extra magazines that you see here and there, I bought some of those with funds that I got from doing these missions. They're not super hard. They're pretty easy for me, but that's because I know what I'm doing. Most of you could probably get by as long as you go slow and easy through these. You shouldn't have too much problem. The enemy AI on most servers is not great, so you shouldn't have too much problem taking enemies down. Just make sure you fire, you know, 3 to 5 shots, depending on what weapon you're using, to make sure they die. Because if you give them a chance to fire back at you, they won't miss, and it will hurt. Now, of course, I started this whole thing with just a flight suit as well. Once I had the money to buy heavy armor, I did. I went over to Grimhex and got a whole suit of heavy armor and started doing more of these missions. I wanted to show you the cave mission again at the end of this video, but I decided against it. It does take a little while to go through the cave. There's like 12 opponents I have to down, and you guys saw it yesterday, so I thought I would just do a couple of Korea missions and then show you the end result of doing 2 Korea missions and a couple of cave missions, where my money got up to. When I started this stuff today, I was at 79,900, I think, credits. And when I finish, I'll be at a decent amount of credits. I'll more than double what I already had in just about 2 hours of gameplay. So it was very profitable doing these. Now, are there other ways to make money quicker? Sure there is. But if you're starting out with an Aurora MR, no, there's not. So you need to do some of these missions like this to get money fast. They're quick. You get a good amount of money quickly. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth doing if you're decent at FPS, or if you feel confident that you could get in there and take care of business without dying. I usually set Port Olisar as my start location right after maybe leaving Orison or wherever you start from. Get to Port Olisar so that you can do this mission for a little while, unless you're really hoping that Area 18 will give you some profit in the 890 jump missions or Microtech even. Though I think that starting out it's probably better to be over near the Crusader moon, and Crusader and its moons, to do some of the missions over there first. Now, something that I just read on CIG's forums or their posts is that we are going to have a complete wipe going into 3.15. Now, this is good news and bad news. Of course, it's bad news because everything you've made, earned in game, etc., you're going to lose. Anything that's account bound, that's in your hangar on the RSI site, you get to keep. And they'll make sure you have it. So, yeah, all this stuff that this character here is earning, the money, the weapons, the armor, etc., it's going to be gone. Absolutely gone when 3.15 launches. So if we use CitizenCon as a date for 3.15, which may be premature, judging by what Turbulent released a few days ago, is late October being the possible launch date of 3.15. Let's say worst case scenario, it's CitizenCon, which is like October 9th. Then I have 3.5 weeks to build up the money up to about 1 million credits. Now, how am I going to go about doing that? I could continue doing these type missions over and over and over again until I get up to 1 million credits. I will probably go that route, but I could also save up until I can afford a rock or a cutlass and a rock and go out and mine with the rock. That would be a fantastic way to make the credits I need for to get to that 1 million credits. Again, you could choose multiple routes to get there. I'm probably going to go to the FPS route the entire way, just because it's I'm not going to be going backwards by buying a ship or a rock, so to speak. And considering my timetable is less than a month, I need to build up the funds quick to get to that 1 million for you guys, to show that it can be done doing regular PvE type missions, or just missions in the game at all. So that's more for you guys that are new to the game or wanting to get into the game and haven't yet. You could definitely build up credits quickly enough to buy a ship in game, or any number of ships in game that are going to be in that 1 million to 3 million marks or credits mark. So yeah, I just wanted to show some of that for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Make sure to check out my YouTube members and my Patreon. Those guys, you guys who've been members of that, I can't thank you guys enough. You're so awesome. You've helped me out a ton over the last year. So thank you very much for all that you guys do. Check out my org. It's Texas. You can check us out on our Gilded and the Robert Space Industry site. Make sure you put applications of both. As a reminder, I will be streaming live on YouTube Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you want to catch me streaming with the org, you can do that. We should have something fun planned. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it again. It'll be my second stream, so hopefully I'll make some improvements, though there won't be time to do a whole lot, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. So you can see what I made at the end of that particular mission, and then I'm going to show you what I made at the end of the 2 cave missions here in a second. So hang on and check it out. And once again, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.